Hello friends, welcome to Prismatics online class. In this class, we are going to study the roots of a complex number. Okay, theory. If z equals to what? Polar form of complex number. That is the polar form of complex number r into cos theta plus I sin theta is a non-zero complex number and n is a positive integer. The distinct nth roots of complex number z are given by z raised to power 1 over n is equal to r raised to power 1 over n into cos theta plus k dot 360 all over n plus I sin theta plus k dot 360 all over what? N. Where for k is coming from what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum, bum. Or you can see that z raised to power 1 over n is equal to what? R raised to power 1 over n into cos theta plus 2 pi dot k all over n plus I sin theta plus 2 pi dot k all over n. For where k is coming from what? 0, 1, 2, 3. It's c. So that is what the root of what? Complex number. So we are going to look at it. How do we use it to solve a problem? I'm going to have something like complex number, the square root of a number, cube root of a number, fifth root of a number, sixth root of a number, seventh root of a number, cube root of a number. It depends however they ask you the question. You just apply this formula. You use this formula. Either this one or this one. Anyone. Two of them can serve. So that is it. If you do not use this one, you use this one. Now let's see the question on the board. The question says find A, the square root of what? 4i. B, the square root of what? 1. C, the cube root of what? 27. Someone can say the fourth root of what? 3 plus 2i. Another person can say they find the fifth root of what? 1 plus I. It depends how they ask the question, but the same, you use the same what? Methodology and the same step in solving it. Did you get it? Thank you. Now let's solve. Solution A. I'll solve A and you solve the rest. Now always remember that they say that z is equal to what? 4i. But you have to make this thing so that we look like a complex number. It will be now z equals to, there is no present of what? Real part. So that means real part is 0 plus what? 4i. If this thing is minus, it will be now 0 minus 4i. Now, but they told us that it is what? The square root of it. That means the square, this is like square root of z is equal to what? Square root of what? 4 plus what? 0 plus 4i. This is the same thing as saying z equal 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is equal to what? 0 plus 4i, or into what? 1 over what? 1 over 2. So that is the implication. I hope you are through with this. Did you understand it? That is the first interpretation. Are you okay? Okay. Now let's go. So when we have this now, next thing to do here now is what? We have to put it in Agag diagram, which is like this. Let me assume that this is 4i minus 4i. 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. When s is 0, which is somewhere here, y is 4i, which is somewhere here. So this is this place. It means that this is like this. Okay. Now, how do we do? Let's solve. Now we are going to look at the what? The modulus. We are going to look at the what? Modulus, which is r. R is equal to what? Square root of x plus what? Y squared. square root of x square plus what? Y square. Now our r is equal to, our s is what? 0. 0 square plus our y is what? 4. 4 square. All what? Square root. Now r is equal to what? 0 plus what? 4 plus what? 16. Sorry. 0 plus 16. So our r is equal to what? Square root of what? 16. Our r is equal to what? 4. And that is 3. That is how to get it. Now, what about argument? Arg z. Now let's solve arg z. Arg z is equal to theta. Theta is equal to what? Tan inverse of what? Y over what? X. So now always remember that theta is equal to tan inverse of what? Y. And our y there is what? 4. 4 over what? 0. 4 over 0. But 4 divided by what? 0. It is undefined. If you use all those small calculators, if you press 4 divided by 0, the calculator will switch off. So it is undefined. It does not exist. And that is reason. So if it does not exist, it means that our theta is equal to tan what? Infinity. Tan inverse of what? Infinity. So and tan inverse of infinity will give us what? 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is, if you come back to this place, you see that this line, the 0 is here, it's a line between here. So from here to here, so that is still 90 degrees. And that is how to get it. Okay, now let's continue here. Let's continue here. Let's continue. We have succeeded in getting our r and getting our theta. So we have to substitute them in this question. So we have this in as that z 1 over our n is what? 2 equal to what? R. What do we get our r? Our r is what? 4, which is now 4 into 1 over what? 2, all into cos theta. Our theta, what do we get theta? Theta is 90, which is 90 degrees plus what? Now, what do we have? The k. We are picking this in when k is equal to 0. That is k equal to 0. We are substituting it here. What do we have here? We have it as from the formula 0 times 360 all over what? All over n. And our n here is what? 2 plus I sine theta. Our theta is 90 degrees plus 0 times 360 all over what? 2. That is 10. So having done that, we have that z 1 over 2 raised to power 1 over 2 is equal to what? 4 into what? Into cos what? Cos 90 degrees. 0 times 360 will give us 0. 0 plus 90 will see 90 all over what? Divided by 2. We have it as what? 45. So no need of writing it down. Look at what we are going to do. 0 times 360 is what? 0. 0 plus 90 will give us what? 90. 90 divided by 2 will give us what? 45. 45 degrees plus I sine what? 0 times this, we'll get it as what? 0, 0. 0 plus 90. 90 divided by this will still give us 45 degrees. And that is it. This is half 1 over 2. And how do we do this? 1 over 2 from lot of indices. From lot of indices, we can have this in as 4 raised to power 1 over 2. It's the same thing as saying 4 in raised to power 2 into 1 over 2. This will cancel this. We are left with 2 raised to power 1. and 2 raised to power 1 is 2. So what we are going to have here is what? Z raised to 1 over 2 is equal to what? 2 into what? Cos 45. Cos 45 is what? Sod 2 over 2 plus I sine what? Sod 2 over what? Sod 2 over what? 2. And that is cos 45. Okay. Finally, we still have this as Z into 1 over 2 is equal to, if you find the LCM of all this, we are going to have something like 2 into 2 go to this, we have sod 2 plus what? I sod what? 2. So if we have this into, let's just assume 2 into this 2 into this 2 will cancel this. Finally, we have that Z 1 over 2 is equal to what? Sod 2 plus I sod what? 2. And that is the answer when k is equal to what? 0. When k equal to 0, we have this as our answer. Now, because they says square 2, so we are going to pick 2. Now we have succeeded in solving when k is equal to 0. Now let's look at when k equals to what? When k equals to if k equals to 1, when k equal to 1, from this we have that z 1 over 2 is equal to 4 raised to power 1 over 2 into cos 90 plus k, which is 1 times 360 all over what? 2 plus I sine what? 90 plus 1 times 360 all over what? 2. So we have it like this. So what do we do next? We have this as z 1 over 2 is equal to, when you neutralize this by a lot of indices, you are going to have 2 into cos 90. This is cos, this is 90, and to have it as 90 plus 360. What do we have? We have 450. And so we are going to have cos what? 450 over 2 plus I sine 450 over what? 2. This is degree. Okay, so that is how to do it. So finally, what do we have? We have that this is this. So 450 divided by 2, we have it as 225. So finally, we have that z equals 1 over 2 into 2 into cos 225 degrees plus I sine 225 degrees. Because when divided by 2, you get this. Okay. So cos 225 equal to, so which is what? Minus sod. We have it as minus z into 1 over 2 is equals 2 into minus sod 2 over 2 plus minus plus what? Sine 225 equals to the same minus sod 2 over 2. Okay, now what do we do here? By the LCM, if we find the LCM of this, we have 2 divided by 2, we have it as what? 1. 1 to this, you have minus sod 2 minus sod 2 all into, we have 2. These 2 will cancel 2 now. Finally, we have that z is equal to this, or that z that is equal to what? That z 1 over 2 is equal to what? Minus sod 2 minus what? Minus I sod 2. So here supposed to have I minus I sod 2. Here also supposed to have I. We have minus I sod 2. So that is how to solve it. Finally, our answer is this, that z raised to power 1 over 2 is equal to sod 2 plus I sod 2, or z raised to power 1 over 2 is equal to minus sod 2 minus I sod 2. And that is our answer. That is how to solve it. So please try and solve B and C and drop it at my comment section. God bless you. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Prismatics Online Class. Bye.